Update on Jake Muzzin?
He's not going to play tonight. That'd be about the only update that I have, but it was a positive day for him yesterday.
What do you want your group to remember? I know you guys are a much different team in October, but what do you want them to remember about that first meeting against the Hurricanes?
Well, just about how the game felt. You know, there's not a lot of time playing against them, and they close on you quickly. The pace is really high both ways. So that, and then also just I liked in that game, and I know we talked after that game as a team. And I normally don't talk to the team after losses very often, but we spoke in that game, and then I think I spoke to you guys after, just that I felt in that game, and in preparing for tonight, I've gone back to watch a lot of that over the last few days, and I felt our team played at a really high level in that game in terms of our pace, our competitiveness. That's why I came out of that game feeling really positive about where we were going as a team, and that it felt like we were going to turn our game around. And took a little bit of time after that. You know, I think we went to Chicago. It was still a bit of a, still incomplete. But then from there, I thought we really hit our stride. So that's what I remember about it. And, coming out of another break here to prepare for a game like that and what's going to be required to compete in a game like this tonight, I think is a very good thing for our team.
Maybe you kind of answered, but I remember that night too, Sheldon, you had said we got an idea of what a Stanley Cup contending team looks and feels like. The record since then has been great. Have you seen your team make steps in that regard, you think, in the ensuing 2.5 or 3 months, whatever it's been since that game?
Yeah, I have, for sure. I think we found a level of consistency, not to the degree that we want to. We think there's still room to grow here in the second half in that area. But you look at, whatever it's been since that game, 35 games or so we've played since that night in Carolina. And I think if you look at that, we've been a really consistent group in terms of finding ways to win and get points and do all those things. The details of our game, we can still get better at, but I think that we've clearly shown that we can compete at the top of the league. Whether that's head-to-head in the games that we've played, or if you just look at where we are in the standings. We're right there as a team, and another opportunity tonight to play against a top team. Not unlike when we went out west and we played against Colorado and Vegas and St. Louis. This is another team like that should bring out the best in us.
Mitch has talked about wanting to shoot more or have a shooter's mentality for a long time, probably since he's been in the NHL. He just talking now, he feels like something has clicked. Maybe he's not settling for the perfect shot. He's just putting the puck to the net. Are you seeing that? And can you speak to maybe how tough it can be for a player to change their DNA a little bit, if that's what you're seeing what's happening with him?
Yeah, I think what you just spoke of, not overthinking the shot, I think is such a big thing for goal scorers. Yeah, I think for the guys that score with great regularity, they just have a knack for the net, and they know where it is. It's on the stick, it's off the stick, and their accuracy is great, but it's not always accuracy because they're looking for the perfect shot. They just have a pretty good sense of when the puck arrives and what angle it arrives, where the goaltender is going to be, where the holes are going to be, and they get it there as quickly as they can. So I think that's a big piece of goal scoring. And of late, I think that's been a big thing for Mitch. He's just letting it go, and it's important to do that, and it's gone in for him. So he's gaining confidence in that. So if that can continue, then that'd be great, because there's guys score in different ways, and velocity and overpowering goalies is not the only way to score goals. So Mitch has found that groove nicely here.
Where do you think Dustin has taken off the last 3 years?
I think he's just, since coming back here, when we got through our COVID issues and through into the new year, that was a bit of a refresh for him. He had some injuries in there too that he was either playing through or I'm trying to think if he missed some time for that, if it was just the COVID. But I know that it's felt like a reset for him, and he's just gotten back to get out and playing. And I think that he's been better in our own end in terms of his ability to move the puck out, and with his defending, he's always been strong there, and he's taken on tough minutes for us all season and throughout his time, and since he's established himself in the league and on our team, and he continues to do that. Whether it's penalty kill minutes, playing against top players, he just seems to be, seems to have cleared his head and is just back to playing. And he's with Muzzin being out here the last little bit. We've had to, since he's come back now, we've had to move things around a little bit, play with different partners, and take on even more. And I think he's done well with it.
Sheldon, a bit of a different one, if you don't mind. Organizations have 4 players take part in the Olympics, prospect-wise, and all this sort of thing. If you had an opportunity to say anything to them on the cusp of this novice experience, what do you think you'd say to the guys?
One more time, Terry. Sorry.
The team's got 4 players.
Right.
So just got a chance to say anything to them before that experience. What do you think you'd say to them?
To say to them? I mean, I think it's just. First of all, enjoy the experience. What an opportunity to be a part of an event like that. And I know it's different times, and there's a lot happening here, and it continues to happen as we're seeing. But it's such an incredible opportunity to be a part of that and represent your country. And then in terms of our players themselves, I think that just the experience of playing in a competition such as that, and the pressures that go into it, and all of that, I think it just serves the development of the players that much more. And as it turns out, the players that we have taking part of it are developmental players that are looking to continue to take steps in their career. And I think when you look at whether it's World Juniors, World Championships, or in this case, the Olympics, I think all those events make players better. So just take it all in and know that it's a step that's going to make you a better player, but most importantly, just enjoy that experience.
Before the break, you had mentioned that Mrazek himself doesn't just need to get going, but the team in front of him has to get used to having him back there.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like the group is in that process, and what are the areas where players, the group in front of them, I know we tend to focus on the communication between the defense and the goalie, but where do you feel like those are the areas that the team as a whole needs to get comfortable with the new goalie?
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily like systematic or tactical or anything like that. I think it's just you've got you've got a different goalie that that is back there, that the way he talks to the team and communicates back there is a little bit different. But even just subtle things between face-offs, and it's just a different guy. And then as a result, you've got a different guy sitting on the bench. So it's a whole different experience that way. But I think it's just more so that no matter who's in goal for us, that our guys just go out and play, and we don't think about that. And that's really been the message here, is let's just focus on our game and our team. And we think if we do a good enough job as a group defensively, that we make the life easier for the goaltender. That's really our job, and that's it. So that's more so what I'm referring to in terms of getting comfortable with Peter. It's just that, whether it's Peter Mrazek or whether it's Jack Campbell or Joe Wall or Michael Hutchinson, whomever it is, that's been in net for us, that we just go out and play. And that's really what it's been about for me with our messaging here, as we've gotten Peter more work. Today is another good opportunity for him to get right back in it, and he's going to get more work here through the rest of the season. And I think the biggest piece is that he's coming off of probably his best, play for us at a time when he went in relief and got the job done and helped us get a win. So I think he's in a really good place here now, and great chance to start things off for us here coming out of this break.